Good morning, everyone. Before I begin my speech in just a moment, I have the pleasure of announcing the monitors for 2022. Liam Bately, Beau Brackenridge, Oliver Burrow, Fred Calder, Jackson Fontaine, Robbie Folks, Marley Hetutu, Ollie Hollows, Ryan Coe, Caden Leafley, Ezekiel Malcolm, Asher Prenticle Brand, Jack Preble, Ben Scott, and Guy Trethewey. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this year's special edition of the Christchurch Boys High School prize giving. Now would normally be the time where the senior monitor takes a few seconds to welcome parents, grandparents, the Board of Trustees, staff, and all of our senior students into the hall. But this year, for obvious reasons, my speech will have to be slightly different. Regardless of the issues and challenges that we have faced and overcome this year, I am incredibly honoured to have had the privilege of being senior monitor in 2021. And I'm grateful that I still have the opportunity to give this speech in front of our Year 13s and everyone else here in the hall, as well as for those who choose to watch this through the prize-giving newsletter. So to begin the reflection and celebration of this year, I would like to first congratulate all the students that are receiving awards at this year's prize giving. In such a difficult year, with many interruptions, for you to all achieve the success to the standard that you have is really something special and something to be proud of. So well done and congratulations on your fantastic achievements. I would also like to congratulate all of the students that have made it to the end of the year, and although they have achieved their own goals for the year, will not receive a prize for the excellent standard they have kept themselves to. You should all know that even if you are not receiving a prize, your success and hard work doesn't go unnoticed, and you should all be proud of your own efforts this year. This year has certainly been a challenge for all of us, but for me and my role as head boy as well. And I know for certain that it would have been an almost impossible task if I had not received the enormous amount of help and support that I've received this year. From the help I've received, I've had the opportunity to grow so much, so I would now like to take some time to thank those people that have been especially helpful and supportive of me this year. First, I need to thank my parents, who have been my supporters for the longest time. Thank you for the constant offers of help and support, and your understanding at times when I have been most stressed. I know that I could not have achieved what I have achieved so far in my life without you, and I am grateful for the endless sacrifices you have made to give me the greatest chance of success. To Mr. Hill, Mr. Vernon, and Mr. Drayton, I want to thank you all for your support and guidance this year, as well as your trust in me as a leader. Before I began my role, I worried that I would find some parts overwhelming or too difficult of a challenge for me to handle. But through your help, I never felt a task was impossible and was more confident knowing you had faith in me and the monitors to tackle the challenges thrown our way. Mr. Vernon and Mr. Drayton, as head of the senior school and our monitor Kaitiaki, thank you for providing me and the rest of the monitors endless opportunities to learn and give back to our school. It has been extremely clear to us this year how much you care for us and our success, and we are incredibly grateful for the effort you put in to help us thrive. To my deputies, Will Pearce and Ryan Pringle, until this year, I don't think I really understood the amount of work the deputy head boys do for the school and the monitor team, and I now know how often it can go unrecognised. You are both very busy people and have put in tremendous amounts of work to do such a great job, whilst maintaining your excellent success in all that you do. Together we have led the monitor team to many great achievements, and I believe we have truly had a great impact on our school this year. I have loved working alongside both of you, and it is something I will miss greatly as we move on next year. To the rest of the monitors, thank you for being such a fantastic group of lads. I think that this year the monitor group has been particularly special. We're all now great mates, and together we've achieved some really positive things for our school and wider community. I will look back and enjoy the friendships and memories that we have made forever. Thank you for making this year as fun and as enjoyable as it has been. Finally, I would like to thank all of the students in Year 13. Before we began this year, I had some doubts about the perception I would have amongst you and the rest of the school. It became one of my main focuses to try and be supported and respected by as many of you as I could. And although I did not have the chance to know you all on a personal level, I want to thank you all for the support you have shown me this year. During the time in my role, I've always felt that the majority of you believed in my abilities to take on this task, and you allowed me to build up the confidence that I have and do the best that I could have in my role this year. Thank you for making this experience more enjoyable and beneficial for me, and for backing the messages the school has promoted this year and enabling us to take big steps forward. As a school this year, we have unquestionably faced some unique and unexpected challenges. No one could have predicted our school's appearances in the media or the invasion of the Delta strand into our year's calendars, but I am very proud of the way we have chosen to react and learn from these experiences, and turn some of these challenges that could have been left as just the negative into something that causes a significant change and improvement to our school and its culture. I feel that this year has given all of our students a chance to experience the harsh reality of life after school. Unfortunately, life isn't always fair, and even if we put in the work to achieve something, such as our sport teams had done this year to compete for national and regional titles, it can be taken away by sudden and unexpected change. How we react and deal with these unexpected changes is the truest reflection of our character and our determination to exceed. And from what we have seen this year, it is clear that we're being well prepared for the challenges of adulthood during our time at Boys High, and that we're all on our way to becoming fine young men. This year, we've also had the experience of what it's like to have ourselves or a group that we're included in talk badly about in the media. And how we've dealt with this year is a great example of how what could be left as just the negative can be turned around and made positive by our attitude and approach. This year, we could have done nothing about the articles that were published at the end of the first term, or we could have become defensive and said it wasn't our fault and decided to do nothing about it. However, what we did decide to do is something our whole school should be proud of. We decided that instead of staying silent or becoming defensive, we would take time to understand why this issue had been raised, how serious it was, and target things we could do in our own school to improve it. This collaborative effort by all of the students in our school led this negative light on our school to become a positive. Within our own school, we took more time to think about what we say and the impact it has on others, and we formed the Wellbeing Committee and the QSA to not only improve our treatment of women, but everyone inside and outside of our school. Outside of school, we were also able to repair our damaged reputation in the media, with many positive articles featuring Carlos Knight after his brilliant speech to our boys, and myself appearing in articles to highlight to the public all that we were doing to improve the issue, and how that we are now promoting other schools to do the same as well. The learnings we have made this year will be so beneficial to us in the future. So, students of Boys High, if you can take one thing away from everything that has happened this year, please remember how well we dealt with sudden and unexpected change and what that required, as well as that although certain events may seem only negative at a time, if you take the right attitude and approach, you can, as we have done this year, almost every negative can be turned around and turn out as a positive result for those involved. Thank you once again to the staff and everyone I've thanked before for making my experience at Christchurch Boys High School as great as it has been. For those returning next year, good luck for your following years at Boys High. Make the most of them, because they only seem shorter and shorter every year. To those leaving from Year 13 or other years, congratulations on your time at Boys High, and good luck for the future. I look forward to seeing all of the success you have in the following years. Thank you, boys. Aotearoa pera.